Can you imagine you're that famous? You've done all that work, all right? And this doesn't have to be Depp. This could be anyone. And you are having to lock yourself away in rooms to keep safe. This could be men. This could be women. It's whatever. How unfair is that in life? You may as well have achieved nothing in your life if you get literally put into that corner. It's terrible. Hello. We're back. What episode is this? Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12?
We got somebody that can count that's got
Callum,
more
what are we
fingers
on?
and toes than us.
I think it's 12, isn't it?
Yes.
Or I've got that wrong.
On the 12th day of podcast, my true love said to me.
No, it's 12, yeah.
Yeah,
12,
see,
yeah.
I know.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was just backtracking, and I know 10 was 2 weeks
We've
ago.
actually done 12.
We've done 12 of these things.
So when are we going to have a party? What
100.
number? What, when we get to 100?
Yeah.
That's...
Don't do the maths on that. Why would you do that?
That's a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's a
We've
few.
got like another 88 to go. We can do it.
Oh, that means I've got to talk to you for another 88.
We can do 2 a week. How have you been?
I've been all right. I've been good. Usual ups, downs, life, people trying stuff. I did a thing, so I've been watching you doing your morning clips on the gym.
Yeah.
You've been quite a lot by yourself.
Yeah, I did. And I went to gym today and I decided not to do a clip.
Oh. That was the highlight of my morning when I sat in the toilet.
No, that's fine, because actually when I come back and I was just like, I just take a hiatus and I didn't want to do it for a couple of days, then people are like, what's going on? Then you get intrigue.
So what are you actually training? And obviously you do lots of walkers. You're not going there for cardio, right?
No. I'm just physical fitness. Like, I've got a big birthday coming up in June. Big birthday, boys, just to let you know.
Did you mark that down on the calendar?
It's all right, doing camera stuff. So I got a big birthday coming up, and so I was just doing physical fitness and just trying to get... I want to be the fittest... I'm going on holiday on the 19th of June, and I want to be the fittest person out of all of them that are going on this holiday.
So you are going for a summer body?
I don't really care about summer body. I just want to be physically fit. I don't want to look at pictures and be like, uh-oh.
Well, obviously, this week, just so boys and girls know, I managed a 255 kilo bench.
What?
Yeah. All right, it's only for one rep.
Oh.
One rep.
That's still good, though.
Well, I thought it was an achievement, considering I haven't trained. Obviously, I've got into training quite a lot the last 2-3 weeks and bits and pieces.
Maybe I need to come down and do one training session with you to see what it's like, because I stay away from any kind of free weight sort of things, that part of the gym.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's intimidating.
Intimidating.
It is intimidating.
Just get over there, mate.
Why do people...
Because they look like you.
Right, that's right. But hang on, right? There's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Somebody that we know recently joined, David Lloyd's.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
And his words was, because there's too many meatheads in your gym.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was like...
It's a bit mean just to
But
classify
your son goes to my gym. They're like, yeah, he's the odd one out. But if you ask his son...
So he's gone to Posh Gym, because David Lloyd's quite expensive, isn't it?
Yeah, I said, so rather than paying, I think it's like £21 or something a month, you're going to pay $89 to $90 or whatever it is.
You're going to have to go, though. You can't not go if you pay that much money.
But he won't go.
He won't go.
Of course he won't.
It's
just the
still
front.
every day.
It's to say, it's like a status. Oh, I've got a membership. But at David Lloyd, but not saying I'm saying that each person's got their own kind. But to say I won't go to your gym
Yeah.
because it's full of meatheads.
I don't know if it's made my mental health better, though.
100 right.
100% will.
At
At this moment, it's helping because I've built in a routine that I wake up at 5:15 every morning to go to the gym, right? But when I go to the gym and I do my workout, which I feel great doing it, there's too many people that are just way fucking better, like in better shape, which I can't not look at. And be like, oh.
Yeah, but do you not think that person's also looking at someone
Oh,
above them?
100%.
But that's just way of life,
I've
right?
always said this, the competition should only be based within yourself. You shouldn't be looking at anyone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I just think, obviously, if someone come to me at the gym and ask me a question, like there's guys that come that are learning bits and pieces, and if I see them doing it wrong, I'll go, look, fellas, if you do it this way round, it works.
Yeah. But I like it if you ask and say, oh, sorry, can you ask me? I just need some help doing this. Am I doing it right? That's fine. If you come up to me in the middle of a session and be like, you're not doing that right, I'm not listening to you.
No. So it's a way of doing it.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
mate, you're doing that wrong.
I suppose I
that.
agree with you. It's quite easy to feel patronised by that because you're in such an alpha-dominated environment.
Yes.
Am
and
I
I'm a
looking
guy.
at that all different then?
Yeah,
No,
because
that's it. There's two sides to every story, isn't it? So you
I
can
look
go
at
up
it as-
there and trying to help someone,
You
but
could
someone
spend
might
years
someone might
doing it wrong.
yeah.
someone might come up think you're coming up to them to show off in a way.
And it's not in a sense you know what you're doing and you can tell someone else and you're helping them. That's great. But I feel like you have to build up a relationship. So if I see you at the gym and I've been doing it wrong, and you see me at the gym for the last 7 weeks, right? And you saying, and then, but you, at those times you've given me at the beginning, you've given me right now I'm getting this, right? Yep. And then later on I'll be like, you all right? And they'll be like, oh yeah, Dan, you all right? And then you'll be like, oh, do you want me to give you a hand in this? Because one of the things I learned when I did it, and I was doing it wrong for ages, is if you do it this way, it's a little bit better for you. And like, oh, amazing. Instead of like, you're getting this wrong. That's not the way to do it.
See, I treat it as... So basically, the gym to me is my pub.
Yeah.
Right? So you're using a pub.
Get out of my pub.
Right. Get out of my pub. But if you're using in a pub,
yeah,
you wouldn't not talk to someone because you've just seen them in the pub. If you're both at the bar and it comes on, oh yeah, well, what are you drinking, buddy? Or, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't go, oh no, I haven't built up a relationship.
No. But you couldn't be like, I wouldn't have that, mate. That wine's shit. You know what I mean? You'd be just like, you wouldn't unless you knew them. You have to build up a relationship to be able to say stuff like that.
No, I do agree with you. Like you say, in a pub, all right, you might get a lot of men there, but you're not competing with people on a physical scale like you would in the gym. So the mind might just go into that.
See, I don't ever compete with.
No, but that's your perception.
Well,
It's
that's
just
a lie.
other people.
My mate Steve will do. Yeah. We bounce off each other. Like if he perfect. So obviously he's going to watch this podcast. So I'll know if he's watched this podcast. You didn't manage the 255, mate. I managed the 1 rep more that he'll get that. But it's a personal dig at the same time.
But you like that? It's a nice little healthy competition.
Yeah, because
that's it. Yeah,
he's even had a
encourages
t-shirt,
you.
a hoodie made, right? That says on it, which doesn't help my mental health. Has anyone seen Scott's neck? He actually had a hoodie made.
But it probably does because it's a nice joke. It's quite funny.
And then he had a t-shirt made because he beat me by, say, a couple of reps. He actually had 33 reps because obviously I managed. I think it was like 25. And
we're getting t-shirts next week, Callan.
And he actually had it printed 33 reps more than Scott.
Oh my god!
I like that.
And obviously that's the childish thing that we do.
No, but like you say, you've got that similar mindset where you can use that to bounce off each other and
because you've built
some
up a
people
relationship.
might not be like that.
Right,
it might deter people away from the gym because of that.
It is
environment. True. Or to try and find somewhere which is a bit more comfortable for them.
My housemate and I also, when we go to the gym, we don't speak.
What?
No, we go and do our own thing.
No, we put the worlds to right as we're training.
No,
right?
we
relationships.
We do that. We play chess at home, so we'll do chess.
I'm a headphone bang
me too.
kind of guy.
Yeah.
Gym playlist. I'm getting on with it.
And I work out to a podcast, so I don't even listen to music at all. Like none.
I've done that before.
Yeah, I like to learn. Music's great.
Yeah, but how can you be concentrating that your form's right, that this is right, and
because I'm still looking where I am, what I'm doing, but I'm also letting the wonderful podcast that we're doing right now just wave over me. Do you know what? Let's move on to our first thing because that's a lovely intro. I like that. If we're talking about gym, that's your favourite thing. If we talk about football later, then that's exactly. It's like some good scores though. Some good scores. Ooh, so excited. Reading as well.
Match fixing that's finest.
Whatever, it's fine.
We'll move on anyway.
Yeah, we will move on.
That didn't make it anywhere near the hot topics.
No.
All right.
Can I do
we have on hot topics today?
We haven't even got the. Have you?
Listen, stop talking boring football.
No, I was going to say not anything about football.
Oh, go on.
We don't have an intros for hot topics, so I'm going to try and get one. Hot topics.
Yeah, we should definitely.
I'm going to do so. I'm going to put something together, and we're just going to have a quick 2-second hot topics. Yeah, where's his neck?
Oh, perhaps I shouldn't have told you that.
You should never tell me. Never tell me your kryptonite ever, because I will use it and abuse it.
Anyway,
here we go. What is our first
one? Is the Queen who turns 96 today. Happy birthday!
Wow, happy birthday,
Queen Elizabeth.
Happy birthday to you. Are we getting the whole song?
No, we ain't got time for that.
No, it's fine. Happy birthday, though. That's good. The 96.
Yeah, crazy, crazy.
That is a good.
I mean,
good image.
It's if you look at the average age of her family members that have obviously passed away from health issues, they all live to a fairly high.
What did her husband get to?
Philip, he died at 99, didn't
99.
he? 99.
Queen's mother, 101, I think.
Yeah, so obviously King George died at 52, but he had cancer. But most of them live. I mean,
Someone watched The Crown.
They've got great health and doctors around them, haven't they?
Yes.
So they can obviously give them whatever they need to.
They might not be
push them on to an
smoking
extra
or
level.
drinking too
Do you reckon
much
she
and
smokes?
stuff. I think she probably did back in
Do you
the
reckon
day.
she suffers with mental health?
Yeah.
What, because she's restricted? It's not like she can go for a 90. There was
Have
a
you-
woman that for her 118th birthday, she jumped out of a plane.
That's
She
pretty
can't
cool.
go do that. She's the queen, right?
Yeah,
How
she
old?
can't.
Sorry,
118.
I thought you said 150th. I was saying, Jesus
No, 100
Christ.
for her 118th birthday, she jumped out of a plane.
Wow.
Fair play.
I'd have been scared to do it at 40.
What's going on? What is the Queen doing? Because there's some big Jubilee stuff going on,
Yeah,
isn't it?
so reason she's made it hot topics today. So just obviously a low down. She became queen in 1952 at the age of 25 following the death of her father, King George V. 70 years later, her platinum jubilee is nearly here, which is looking like to be on the 2nd of June.
We get a day off for that, don't we?
Yeah, with the bank holiday weekend, isn't it? 2nd to the 4th, I think. She'll be the
thought it
first
was
of the
6th.
current British royal family to reach the feat. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, and it's been a testing couple of years for anyone during COVID. And it was because of those restrictions that she had to sit on her own at her late husband, Prince Philip's funeral last year. Do you think the stress caused from this ever posed a threat to her quest to be the first in her family to get the Platinum Jubilee?
I mean, it's going to be tough. She's had a hard time, hasn't she, with her family?
Massively. With all sorts, obviously, there's all sorts going on. There's always something going on with the royals, right?
That just makes it like a bit like her own families, though. You're like, oh,
It's like
wow,
a normal family, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like EastEnders, but obviously with royals, with certain rules. Isn't it? Come on. If you had other royals looking around, our royals are like the EastEnders, aren't they? Let's be fair. Of the rest of the royals,
Get out of my castle. You know what I mean?
I suppose with
no security for you. You can't have guns. You can't have none of it.
I suppose with how the media have portrayed, obviously Andrew, and obviously Harry and Meghan, makes it seem like a bit of a
But they've
soap
always done
drama,
that.
doesn't
But
it?
they've always done that. They've always gone after them.
Yeah.
They've gone after every single person. They did it with Camilla. They did it with Diana. They did it with Charles. They did it with William. William and Kate play this game very, very well, but it's hard.
Yeah, but they must have advisors because obviously, otherwise, like yourself, you don't look at like other bad comments or that sort of stuff, right? No matter what, they're going to hear it. No matter what happens, no matter where they go, messing with their mental health, the brother's done this or she's done that, or
People like
they
to tell
wore
you
the
as
wrong
well.
shoe. Yeah, cool. They're gonna tell them, aren't they?
But that's pretty tough to have to go to your partner's, that you've been with the whole of your life, funeral, and you have to sit by yourself.
Yeah, and then you got Boris Johnson who's having a party.
And he got. Did you see how much he
would have
got
had him
fined the
beheaded.
other day
No.
for breaking the
Oh, he
laws which
actually
he
got-
set? How
he actually
much?
got fined.
Go on. How much you think? Bet you can't guess it.
Surely it's got to be relevant to his wages.
50 quid.
Are you serious?
50.
So the
pounds.
Prime Minister, right, the Queen had to sit separately
Sounds like
at
Monopoly.
her husband's funeral,
You,
and the Prime Minister of the country breaks the rules, who set the rules. If I was the Queen, a royal, I'd have had him beheaded.
But he said sorry. He said sorry.
Also-
I guess that
Oh,
makes
that's
up
all
for
right
it,
then.
right?
Also, he did nearly die.
Who?
Boris.
So that means.
Oh, right. That makes all the difference, right? 'Cause
No,
you could
but
break the
in
rules.
a sense, no, it's not about not breaking the rules. They put down the rules like every other country put down the rules. But in the end, they were all gunning for these people to be fired. That no country has done well.
No.
None.
But you don't go and have a party on the taxpayers' money in the garden.
Depends.
While the Queen had to sit separately.
Wait.
at her own-
That wasn't the party they're talking about.
Oh.
It wasn't the garden party they were talking about.
Yeah, is it the Christmas parties and
It was his birthday.
Is it
Oh, is it?
birthday
It was his
parties as
birthday.
well?
It was his birthday party.
Yeah.
So everybody that's got fined, so the Queen could have just gone, yeah, look, there's 50 quid, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
That's what she could have done.
Yeah, but the main reason why the Queen had to isolate more by herself because of age.
Yeah, because of age, but the royal family are going to be isolated anyway.
Of course, because
So
because
what's in
But she was round her husband and he caught COVID, didn't he?
yeah, I didn't think that's what he died from.
No, he didn't die of COVID, but
No,
what I
he
mean
had,
is he's had COVID.
Yeah.
But obviously she would have been...
Wasn't he? Bless him. He yeah, I'm surprised he didn't go before. To be honest with you, but yeah. Anyway, back to the point. So,
Sorry.
the mental health of the Queen. Did it ever cross your mind that she might
100%.
not make it to the platinum?
I don't think that she wouldn't make it. There had been rumours that she wasn't, that she hadn't been well. And I think that they would have tried to do anything. I worked for the BBC before, and their protocol is if the Queen dies, is everything shuts down.
Yeah,
they
three
already
three
have,
days.
like, everything ready.
Yeah, it's a 3-day radio blackout when the Queen dies.
Yeah.
That's
Just-
what
that's
when
all
I
it
used to
is,
do
no
radio.
matter
So
what
like
happens.
Radio 1, all that sort
Everything.
of stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Just
did
talking
you,
about the
did
Queen.
you see when Philip died last year? There was no music on it. It was
No.
just broadcast,
Yeah.
one broadcast voice throughout loads of stations. So yeah, when the Queen dies, there's a 3-day radio blackout.
I mean,
think that's
TalkSport,
fair.
of course, TalkSport will still do their stuff, but it's so you can still listen to your football stuff if you want to. But yeah, on the BBC,
I think that's
I think it's good.
yeah, I think that's a good thing. I think obviously she's had to put up with a lot, obviously with
And quietly, she's never really had an interview.
but she hasn't.
She's never
She
been.
couldn't have a. In fairness, she's not allowed to have a mental health breakdown. Let's be fair. She can't.
She probably has it
That's
internally with
Since
family.
the
She's not though, is she?
age of 25, she's been Queen. And when she was born, she was never expected to be Queen.
No, she wasn't meant to be.
So she's gone through Second World War, right? A dad dying, all the family, bits and pieces,
All the prime ministers and everything going on.
all that kind of stuff. At no point, she must be under a lot of stress, right? Okay, yes, she's got people that help her and advise her,
But I don't think it makes a difference. I think stress is stress.
but she's not allowed. The world, if she had a mental health breakdown or cried on TV, she
Yeah.
couldn't do that. She couldn't do a TikTok.
I think
with her
you
crying.
can do it once. I don't think you can do it all the time. Like if you can show, you
I
can
would
show.
still
those
have added Boris beheaded.
And let's not forget, she's not just
You
the Queen
can't
of
say
Britain.
that.
She's Queen of the Commonwealth.
Yes.
And all the countries in there.
Yeah.
So there's so much on her.
Note.
Mental. Like, how many people do you know?
Is
that
it actually
could go
against the
through
law?
that?
Sorry, I know this is kind of going off a little bit of subject. Is it actually against the law for the Queen? You know, like obviously kings and queens back in the days used to have people beheaded.
Yeah.
If they didn't. Is there actually a law now that she can't do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called murder.
No.
We've not been able to do hanging for a very long time, let alone beheadings.
But she's...
No, she has no power anymore. That doesn't work anymore. It's all over. It's all on politics. Politicians. Yeah, she doesn't have the power.
That could have been a hot topic. Boris Johnson, did he die quick? Did he die slow?
Stop it.
Well, yeah, anyway, so
Sorry.
obviously that was an interesting one to speak about. Her mental health is, you can understand why she's such a role model to so
Yeah.
many people.
Yeah.
That age, 96, and still
You've got to
going
admire
for
her.
it.
You've got to admire her to keep going, the attitude, not to have the connection with her people, I suppose, and not show weakness. But you know she's weak, but she's strong-minded,
Yeah,
strong-willed.
No,
all
you
at the
just
same
gotta
time.
you just gotta carry on.
Yeah, right. So
Hot topics
number
two.
2 is Johnny Depp. Day 6 of his defamation trial commenced yesterday, where he told a court that his ex-wife Amber Heard showed pure hatred for him, and she would escalate into violence with a slap, a shove, or a glass of wine in the face. They divorced in 2017, and in the years to follow, there's been lawsuits against each other, with Depp obviously trying to sue the son for libel after they described him as a wife beater, which resulted in him losing his role as Grindelwald in Fantastic Beasts. This new trial, which is underway, it's obviously day six, like I said. He's trying to get justice. He wants his name cleared for the truth. Do you reckon this suggests that everything has ruined his life? Imagine Johnny Depp, great actor from such a young age, and now he can't land a role, and certain roles like Grindelwald, which is massive, been taken away from that. Do you think if his name gets cleared, do you think he's got a chance of recovering from this and landing roles?
I think he does.
No.
Why do you think he won't?
Because there's always going to be doubters.
Yeah.
Even if you could physically 100% prove it, somebody say, "Oh, it was set up." Guaranteed. The woman's destroyed him. She set out to destroy him, and she has. No matter whether he clears his name or not, he'll never be the same again. Mentally, he'll never be the same ever. If he's telling 100% the truth, right, that she's hit him, everything like that, that's domestic abuse. No matter which way you go, about it, that messes with your own mental health.
So she's suing him. She's counter-suing him. So he's suing her 50 million for defamation, and she's suing 100 million for defamation. So I guess it's
just
whatever you can do, I can do better.
It's just a circus.
It is a circus, and I mean, obviously, there's nothing to say that she's completely in the wrong.
No one is
It
innocent.
could be a two-way street, but some of the things which have come out and how he has been treated are ridiculous. Like, did you
But
hear
she
about the one where
admitted
she
any of
severed his finger? No, she's not admitting anything, no. But I read today that he used to lock himself in the bathroom most nights to just try and get away from her.
Can you imagine you're that famous? You've done all that work, all right? And this doesn't have to be Depp. This could be anyone. And you are having to lock yourself away in rooms to keep safe. This could be men. This could be women. This whatever. How unfair is that in life? You may as well have achieved nothing in your life if you get literally put into that corner. It's terrible.
Yeah, it will never be. He's obviously been damaged from it.
Yeah.
Right? His career's never going to be the same again. He's never going to get the roles that he's going to want, bits and pieces, all because a woman, well, male or female, it doesn't matter. No one has that right to do what they've done to somebody else.
I think a lot of times it takes two to tango, and don't get me wrong, I've seen domestic violence and abuse happen, and physical and mental, and both are absolutely terrible. But we also do exacerbate a lot of situations, and our reactions are not normally the best that we can do. We've spoke about it before, and sometimes we like, wish I had that second. And there's an element, they're going for it right now, and they're doing this in front of the whole world for everyone to talk about.
Yeah,
and they could have easily tried to work this through, and they now have to sue each other for 50 or 100 million pounds. None of this makes sense. It seems garish, which seems so un-Johnny Depp-like. You know what I mean?
I don't think he ever wanted it to come out in the first place.
He definitely wouldn't have wanted it to come this far. But what choice has he got now?
He has to
clear his name.
It has to. One, he has to clear his own name for not just for work and all the rest of it, for his own sanity.
His aftershave range never dropped him though. They kept him, I think. So there is ways back. We have this thing, where we talked about Tiger Woods the other week, and all the stuff that's happened to him, and not only just car crash, but all the stuff that happened in his private life. There are things back, and he is a very, very talented actor. Even if he goes behind the camera and becomes a director, right, and he's not in front of the camera as much, there are so many things that he can do, and I just hope that not only him, but also Amber finds peace, and they find just a calmness at the end of this, because I think right now it's just this horrible wave, and I think they need the aftermath to just kind of stop, because I don't think they can step away from it until this whole court case is done.
It's going to be done. It's going to drag out.
Do you think that it's completely unfair that she's been able to keep her role in Aquaman when a new one finally comes out?
It's because it's politically correct.
No. I wouldn't say it's politically correct. I would say in a situation that a man is more likely to beat the crap out of a woman.
Hang on.
99% of the time. Most women cannot, unless they bring in weapons, will not hurt you in the same way that you could hurt a woman.
If that was the other way round.
No, it's not the other way round.
If she was accusing him, he would never have kept the job. Ever. They would have waited till the end of the court case.
Yeah.
But because it's a woman, and it's...
They
can't be seen, just in case.
No, I still feel like if someone has done something bad, we will still ridicule them as bad. And right now, it hasn't looked great. And not to say there hasn't been form. We're just taking on one relationship. You look at most people's relationship, you can see a pattern. There's always stuff. It's always out of controlness, and when you've got money and fame and drugs and alcohol and all stuff like that, it's crazy. People do crazy stuff. And we sometimes get a little bit kind of sidetracked by one thing that might happen in your life that's just tipped you over the edge, and be like, you're that person because you did that one thing.
Yeah,
that's not okay.
The 100 good things you did.
No one cares about the 100 good things. No one cares. But I like I said, I hope that Johnny, I hope that Amber, I don't know these people, but I hope that they find peace.
That's probably the best outcome out of that room.
Yeah, and that summarises it quite nicely. Right, number 3.
Here we go. This is quite nice, though.
Quite a different
I
one.
like this.
It's National Tea Day today.
Oh, when I first saw that,
British cuppa.
I thought it was actually just a dinner. Because some people do you call it dinner or do you call it tea or supper?
Are we on about cups of tea?
Yeah, cups of tea.
We're getting onto that in just a
sorry.
second.
I'll stop.
Ruined the link.
I've ruined it. Sorry.
It's like I ruined Scott's last week. It's your time to ruin Dan's next week. And we're going to keep it going. So yeah, fine. National Tea Day today. The cup of tea has been a mainstay as part of the British breakfast in culture since who knows when.
Yeah.
But what is actually trending? Dan just mentioned it.
Sorry.
It's a debate on Twitter. I see earlier there was 80k tweets on this subject, which always appears. It's always a common discussion, isn't it, between Northerners, Southerners. What do you call your morning meals, your afternoon meals?
Oh, I've had
and
this
your
argument
evening
with
meals?
my dad. Dad's a Geordie.
Oh, okay. What you
So he calls us
You look a bit
Southern-
like a Geordie right now with your...
Oh, God, don't say that. What is it? He calls me Southern Fairy, and I call him a
Southern
Northern
softy.
Monkey.
Southern softy, innit?
Yeah.
Something like he comes out, and it's like, what? Like,
We
obviously,
are.
when we go up there, they call...
We are soft down here, though.
So
aren't
as we call cigarettes fags down here,
Yeah.
they call them tabs.
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 Tabs. My grandmother, obviously Geordie, can you pass me tabs? I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
I would say like tablets. Like, how many do you want?
Well, that's kind of what I thought it was, because we was actually in the hospital when she said
You've got quite a lot.
Yeah, but no, they do say things. So like dinner to us
Yeah.
is lunch.
What?
Nah,
Yeah.
Not
No.
to me, man. Not to me.
No. Lunch?
I'm a breakfast,
No,
lunch,
it's
and
not-
dinner guy.
It's not a. Yeah, see, dinner, obviously, as I've got my own house and kids and bits and pieces. But
Dinner
it used to be
time.
tea time,
Tea time.
which was obviously.
What do you want for
is
tea?
dinner.
They would say, what do you want for tea?
Yeah,
Yeah. My mum would say that.
yeah.
What do you want for tea?
I think
But
that's
a lot of people
that's
call
an
it dinner.
old thing, isn't it? Like it
What are you
goes,
trying to say
goes
about my
back,
mum?
goes back to like the royal family, for example. Like if you, that's the Queen's English, right? That's
Yeah.
how everyone should talk.
Yeah. Tea.
So what would they say? They would say
Supper?
tea
time.
supper, like you say, breakfast. Would they call it breakfast, or
anybody
would there
do
be
supper
more
anymore?
upper class for breakfast?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's what I
What?
should love about my grandmother. You'd have a cooked breakfast, lunch, tea, and supper.
Wow. That'd be the
What's
size
the
of a
difference
house.
between supper and tea?
So supper was basically a sandwich or a bit of cake.
Ah,
And
so
a cup of tea.
afterwards, like a little bit of afterwards.
you have a cup of tea.
That's clever.
Yeah.
How do you have your tea, by the way? Do you have tea?
Yes.
What do you have?
I leave the tea bag in.
Leave
I've
the
got
tea
that.
bag
That's
in.
a
Strong.
northern thing. 100%. I didn't see. My dad does it, and obviously,
Yeah, they do love a strong tea up there.
Yeah.
don't
I
they?
do have a fruit tea, but I'm not.
if
I'm
you
not
make
doing
it too milky, he was like, "No, take that back. Put tea bag in it."
Oh, I never ever put milk in anyone's tea. I put like a jug of milk to the side, and they do it themselves because everyone has their own way of doing stuff. I never do it.
Like even my
tea
son,
party, really.
he has his tea bag left in. My kids have the tea bag left in.
Yeah, well, I do a teapot. So how are you going to do that?
See, my grandmother used to do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She even, I'm sure she stuck them out the washing line to use them again.
Callum, what about you?
How do I like my tea?
How would you like your tea?
1 sugar.
Okay.
And if we're going on the strength scale, you've seen the pictures, like 1 to
of
5.
course.
Say like 5 is the milkiest. I'm probably about like a 2.5.
Oh.
I'd say maybe
Quite
2.
strong.
Yeah, quite
Yeah.
strong. Don't have too much milk in it, mate. My teas are epic. Next episode, we're gonna have.
Let's
something
have a
for the
tea
viewers.
off. I'm
tea
terrible.
off,
I'm
yes.
terrible because I actually don't care.
What?
I actually don't care how my tea comes. Like
Really?
I have no
okay,
preference.
hang on then. What tea bags?
Oh,
What tea
yeah,
bags?
again.
Hang on, let me guess. His. If you were going for normal tea, not the. I reckon he's an Earl Grey man. What do you reckon?
Oh, great man! 100%.
Am I right?
No, Yorkshire.
When you said that,
I'm a
I
Yorkshire
got-
tea man.
See, I'm not really.
Though to be
I don't
honest,
really know,
that
to be
if
fair.
you're
I'm
gonna
easy.
if you're gonna push it, I actually do loose leaf tea that I got from a Fortman and Mason's hamper that you then put it into like a decanter thing and then it diffuses. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, see, I don't mind. Yorkshire tea is nice. I don't
Yorkshire
mind a
tea
bit
is
of
great.
telly.
Yeah,
Don't mind a
Telly's
bit of
fine.
telly.
I don't care. I honestly don't care. I'm not like when people go, "Oh, what wine would you like?" I'm like, I don't care any.
And would you say what wine?
Yeah, why?
Anything with alcohol in it.
Yeah, I just don't care. People are like, what do you want? You choose. Like, I will go somewhere and I would like them to choose for me. 100%. I actually don't care. You can choose my
Throughout
whole menu.
politeness, you'll drink it.
Yeah, not in politeness. I actually don't care. I don't have the palate. Who cares? Oh, yeah. No, this has like a nice infusion of elderberry. I don't care.
I could imagine you being quite. No, that's not right.
No, couldn't give a crap.
Oh.
Couldn't care.
But you definitely would have said if you had to. Like,
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not honestly.
Tetley tips.
You have such
Oh,
a.
bro, you would have said that.
You
right?
have such a thing about me that you think I'm like a little posh kid, but I'm not. My friends are. I'll give you that. They're all
I
posh
wouldn't
kids.
say you were posh.
Yeah.
I just you're sassy. I can't see you being. Yeah, all right, mate. Posh is the Tetley.
Yeah, Telly is absolutely fine. PG
Well,
tips
the only
is what
reason I
I've got.
said that is because of the cup of tea that we had on probably podcast 6 or 7.
Yeah.
that you had the same one all day?
Yeah, I had a fruit tea.
Right.
Yeah, I had a lemon and ginger tea.
That's what gave me the idea.
Well, I have a lemon and ginger tea because if I have a gig, that's what I'm doing it for work. That's what it is. So it's just for voice.
You can see how the impression it comes across that.
Whatever, it's cool. But yes, that was lovely tea. It is message of the day. What is your message or saying of the day? Let's go with Callum, because I always say that I kind of forget you when we do this. So I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'm used to it. It's fine. I'm here. I can just press stop the recording anytime.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Motivational quote of the week.
Here we go.
We were born to be real, not to be perfect.
Ooh.
I think that suggests to people
born to be real, not to
strive to be the best you possibly can, but stop comparing yourself with others.
Perfection doesn't work. It's not real. So then,
no.
It's
my quote for the week. Then
I like that. By the way,
he just gave me an idea of what.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Just be yourself.
No one's perfect. Anybody that says they're perfect is a liar.
You're nearly like Oscar Wilde. That was nearly an Oscar Wilde saying.
Do you know what
really?
I feel?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm stood up doing a presentation and someone just stole my idea.
Well. I did you at the beginning.
Are you surprised? That's why I made you go first, because I knew it was going to steal it.
My original quote of the week, it is what it is.
Yeah, I know, but that's just terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. But it's not. Because if you take everything like that, I think you're a dangerous person.
It is what it is.
Because once you get to that stage of, it is what it is, you're not worried about controlling it.
Yeah, but I feel like then you just don't care anymore.
No, like, obviously we was having a conversation before this.
Yeah.
I got upset about it, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. Yeah. I can be angry for the rest of my life about it, but it is what it is.
Fair.
Like you say, the past is the past. In my past,
Hakuna Matata. Is this what you're trying to say?
Yeah, something like that. I've been one of these people to always dwell on my past and try and use that, and unfortunately it's had negative impacts. You're just constantly thinking about the past and the past and the past and the negative impacts it's had on you, and that's definitely not the way to be.
Someone gave me some
you waste
great
so much
advice
energy, don't you?
Yeah, with that, do you know what? Somebody actually gave me advice on it, right? And I actually put it up as my Facebook status once. You can keep punishing me from the past. It's like robbing my house that I no longer live in.
Ooh.
That's not a bad shout, that.
I'm still living off my past, so.
But, right, there's not one of us that here could sit there, right? I said we've never said something wrong to somebody, never treated everyone correctly.
I mean, today I have. You know what I mean? Let alone never.
But we've never, no one, like we just said, no one's perfect, right? We've all, but for anybody to judge somebody else on something that happened 15, 20 years ago or live in the past,
I guess it depends. I guess it depends what it is. There's a line, isn't there? Like, if you do certain things, people that are in prison for for doing things which are terrible, there's not really a coming back, in my opinion.
Yeah,
there's a bracket up there, and if you go to lengths which human beings should never, ever, ever go, then there's no coming back from that. But in what we're talking about, just everyday stuff. Yeah, you just got to just bury the hatchet in you and just try and move on, because otherwise you're just going to end up eating yourself. And if you sit there on your own, being in a quiet place, then
they said it in Frozen. Just let it go.
You can go mad just listening to your own thoughts.
Just let it go.
What? Oh, sorry, that's just for another day, isn't it?
Yeah, do it next time. So my message of the day, and I was listening to a podcast, and it's an Adam Buxton podcast called with a guest called Marion Keyes, and she's an author, and she had really bad problems for her mental health. And I will send this on to you. It's a lovely podcast. She's a lovely Irish lady. And she had already explained this to her husband and stuff like that. And she actually told her husband that she was going to kill herself that day. And he says, okay, why don't we just watch Come Dine With Me and we'll have a talk about it afterwards and see if you feel any different. And she did. Because she said in that moment, but she didn't always want to. And she said her piece of advice was, sometimes you have to wait it out.
Yep, I agree.
And I think it's really, really important. So yeah, that was an Adam Buxton podcast, the latest one, Marion Keyes, can't say her name, but it's a really lovely podcast, so I'll put that in the links below as well. So, but I thought it was really, really nice. And on my podcast as well, the topic this week is, what do you want? And that's from you, from life, from anything that's going on, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's quite an important kind of saying, what do you want? What would you like?
What would I like?
Yeah, what would you want?
You to make another cake. That last one was quite good.
Okay, I'll make another cake. I'll make it next week. We'll do it.
What flavour?
Anything. What? You said this before, and I was like, oh, okay.
He did say he was going to make that Mississippi mud pie.
Yeah, you did say.
Yeah,
You did say.
He's not going to let you forget about that.
I know. I feel. Yeah, we'll see. What about you? What do you want, Cal? What do you want?
What do I want as a cake or
just in life? Anything? What right now? This week today?
I just want to be happy. I just want to be able to sit down when I'm old. My family are happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy with the decisions I've made. We're all going to make mistakes in life, but as long as I can sit there and say I've tried to do the right thing and I've not tried to be somebody else, then I can sit down, have a beer, and hopefully just enjoy the rest of my life.
Oh, that's quite good, Callan. Because I would have said, if knowing you the last 6 to 8 months, I would have said you would be happy if you achieved your career that you went.
Yeah, no, that is
part of it. Yeah,
that's part of that. Yeah. If I don't achieve what I want to achieve, then I'll feel like I have wasted part of my life.
Everything is stepping stones, and you take your time and you build slowly.
Yeah.
And once you build slowly, then you build strong.
Of course, things take a turn for the worst. Path might deter you away from what you want, and you might go down something completely different. We've all, I'm sure, are a part of that. Like, you might have 10 years ago wanted to do something completely different, and now here you are. And if you tried to do that 10 years ago, now you
the right road's like a journey, right?
Yeah, but yeah, that is something where, like, when I sit down when I'm older, as long as I've achieved what I've set out to achieve in my head, I'm happy with it. Then, yeah, brilliant.
Oh, that's amazing. I'll make your bloody cake.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, please.
One more thing.
Go on.
Callan did tell us to bring this up, and we didn't do it.
Oh, here we go.
About the TV screen.
Oh, yes.
Just because, obviously,
we need a new one.
I don't want him to whip me after the program. No. So basically, guys, if you want to sponsor the podcast,
that'd be great.
That would be lovely.
And if you have anything physical, we can put it on the table as well and have it on the screen.
Yeah, we can put banners up, TV screen, all that kind of stuff.
Banners is a bit much, but yeah, it's fine.
Why? Banners, party poppers,
sashes.
Nice. We'll get you a nice logo on the telly.
Nice logo on the telly.
Yeah, just let us know if you
I'm
want
up
to
for
sponsor
it. That sounds good.
Yeah, so any businesses, you businesses know exactly the ones I'm talking to, the ones that watch my cast. Matt, you know who I'm talking about. Julian, get your finger out. Get your company to sponsor us as well. But yeah, no, guys, on a serious note, obviously we're trying to spread the word about mental health, trying to help as many people along the journey, give some advice, maybe not always the correct advice, but we're only going with what we are, right?
And next week, I may be able to give you an exclusive of the new song.
Oh my God.
Do you know what's just about to happen?
Yes.
I reckon I can get another 4 viewers just so when we leave here in a minute by telling them that. The only way you're going to be able to talk to them next week, because we're going to have security, we're going to have this.
Yeah, we're gonna set you up a little stage over there in the corner.
Yeah, I'm not gonna sing it. That's fine.
We're gonna play it though, right?
Yeah, you can play I'll give you a little tiny
little bit, yeah, little snippet.
Oh, just a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit more than a little bit.
Well, we'll see. To be honest, the piano is amazing. A guy called T did it, so yeah.
Perfect. Looking forward to it.
Yes. Anyway, I will see you next week. Have a good.
See you next week,
guys.
guys.
See you later.
Please subscribe.